Appreciate the opportunity to be here on behalf of the Chamber. Just to give you a little bit of background about the Chamber, we represent more than 2,000 businesses throughout the Toledo region that employ more than 160,000 people. So a pretty significant piece of property and economic development in the state. Wanted to just kind of touch on a couple of things that I think are going to be really important to you. Of how we engage within business development, workforce development, how we engage with the veterans in the military community in the region. So probably for as long as the Chamber has been around, we've had a military affairs committee. And some of you may think that's probably a little different that a Chamber would be having a military affairs committee. But the military in our region has a significant economic impact. We feel that's important, but we also feel it's important that we are able to support the men and women who put the uniform on and serve each and every day. So probably about 10 years ago, the committee was reinvigorated because of some things happening at the federal level. And as part of that, we started bringing together all the units within the region, a lot of the support organizations, our elected officials, to really improve that communication so we can understand what the needs are. What the needs are of the units, what the needs are of the men and women who may be serving on active duty, who may be coming back and are looking to transition out and move into the private sector full-time. And so we've really been able to build that collaboration, and I know a couple of our members of that committee are here today. Commander, thank you for what you do with the Coast Guard. And I think we've had a lot of success in helping people identify where we can meet their needs, whether they're looking for healthcare, whether they're looking for a job or education services. The Military Affairs Committee is really one of those groups that helps bring everybody together and understand what's happening in the community. So it's a great opportunity to get involved if you need some help. Certainly work back through one of the many service organizations, work with your unit so that we can help get you the services that you and your family need. The Chamber is also very engaged within economic development here in the region, and we do that working with our many partners, whether it's the Port Authority, the Regional Growth Partnership, the university, or any of the other number of organizations here in the region who are focused on building and growing jobs for the region and the state. Within that, we take a couple of different approaches. Workforce development has really become a focus of the Chamber over the past year and a half. Treasurer Mandel mentioned, we hear from employers that we don't have the skills that we need, whether they're the hard skills or the professional skills of getting people to be able to show up on time every day and pass that drug test. So we're working with our education partners to bring that awareness back to the students, working with the teachers, the guidance counselors, so that way the students and their parents understand the opportunities that are available to them right here in their backyard that they may not even be aware of. So whether it's in the skilled trades, whether it's in an office setting, whether it's opportunities within the military, make sure they understand that full range of options that's available to them and what they need to do to be able to succeed and meet the goals that they've set for themselves. We also have a number of opportunities to help you start and grow your business. Through our business development services, we host the Small Business Development Center, which is a partnership between the state and federal government, and we are the local host for that. And they provide no-cost consulting services to someone who is looking to start a business, grow a business, work with businesses on their financials, making sure that they understand exactly where they are. That's a big thing that we hear a lot of times is, well, I want to do this, but I don't know financially where I'm at. I don't know what my bottom line really looks like. So we have consultants on staff who will work confidentially with businesses one-on-one to help them grow and succeed. Another area related to that, we have the manufacturing technology SBDC, and they focus really on those industries that are involved in manufacturing technology and those specialized services that they need. Again, no cost. You don't have to be a chamber member to use any of these services. And if we can help you, if we can help your customers, your suppliers succeed, that's what they're there for. We also host the Minority Business Assistance Center. Very similar offerings, and they focus on the minority community here in the region and the services they need, specifically working to build capacity within their organization, making sure that they've got the correct certifications through the state so that they can operate and have that designation as a minority business. Another area that we've gotten into recently is the International Trade Assistance Center that's come back to the Chamber. So our ITAC helps businesses export their goods. We understand that it's not just Toledo and Northwest Ohio where you're doing business. We're seeing more and more businesses who are doing business internationally. So how can we help you engage in those markets and export your product to where your customers are, wherever they may be. A couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, there was an initiative through many of the partners within the community surrounding the Toledo region branding effort. And that's about how do we tell the story about Toledo and the region, our history in manufacturing, the workforce that we have, our location. You can hit 60% of pretty much the North American population within a day's drive of Toledo. So how do we bring all of these advantages that we have here and tell that story so that people understand what's here? We have world-class institutions like the Art Museum, the zoo, great sports teams, education, a rich history in manufacturing, and how do we tell that to not only the people here, but how do we also help attract new talent into the region so we can continue to grow and expand that influence that we have. So the region branding effort is key to the success within the region, and a project that we're very happy to be working with and taking the lead on. We also get into advocacy. You heard the treasurer mention getting through the red tape and the bureaucracy of government. And that's another core service that the Chamber can help provide. We have a team that specifically does that on a day-to-day basis. We watch the legislation, the regulations, and work with our elected officials to influence that, to make sure that there's burdens that don't need to be there, so that way you can work to grow your business and really focus where you need to be on a day-to-day basis. We work with individual agencies if you're having problems with them. It may be just trying to get a return phone call to get your problem resolved. We can help with that. So give us a call if you're having an issue, whether it's locally in Columbus, in Washington. We work with our elected representatives at all levels and on a variety of topics. Give us a call, and we can certainly help you navigate through that. So all of those things, our business development services, our advocacy work, our work with the branding effort, working with our military and veterans in the region, when we can actually come to you and say that we're one of the best at what we do. A couple of months ago, the Chamber was honored as the Chamber of the Year by a professional organization. And we compete against other chambers, New York, Chicago, of that size. and they said that the work that we do, the way that we function as a chamber, is the benchmark that others need to strive to be more like. So, we have that credibility that we can help you with your needs as a business to grow and help the region succeed. So give us a call, always happy to help, and appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you to all of you who've worn the uniform. We appreciate your service. To the business owners and leaders, thank you for what you do within the region to help advance it. So thank you.